Most of us look at time as a straight line, a beginning, a middle, and a definitive end. But what if history is actually a wheel? In ancient Indian philosophy, this is called the Kalachakra. Time doesn't just tick forward, it spins in massive, predictable cosmic loops. We are riding a wave through four grand cosmic eras: the Satya Yuga, the Treta Yuga, the Dvapara Yuga, and finally the Kali Yuga. Four distinct ages that mark the slow, tragic decline of human civilization. And according to the ancient texts, we are currently trapped in the absolute darkest one, the Kali Yuga. Now, how do we calculate this timeline? The math hidden in the ancient Puranas is absolutely staggering. The ancients didn't use human calendar years, they used divine years, where one single day of gods is equal to one full year of humanity. When you scale that up, a four full age is called Mahayuga, a great age. And a Mahayuga lasts exactly 4,320,000 human years. But here's the catch: all the four eras are not equal. They operate on a descending countdown ratio, which is 4 is to 3 is to 2 is to 1. Think of it like a cosmic clock, just counting downwards. The first age gets 4 parts of the total time. The second one gets 3 parts. Third one gets 2 parts. And our current age, which is the Kali Yuga, gets just one single part. As humanity loses its virtue, time itself seems to accelerate. Let's look at how this math plays out across human history. We begin at the top of the ratio, the first part of the cosmic clock. This is the Satya Yuga, the golden age. Because it holds the largest chunk of time, this single era lasts for a staggering 1,728,000 human years. Imagine a world where lie literally doesn't exist. In this era, Dharma is the cosmic law of righteousness and virtue is at 100%. Human beings were said to be giants who lived for thousands of years. There were no kings, no temples, and no religions. Why? Because when everyone is inherently good, you don't need laws to keep the peace. People didn't pray to God outside of themselves because they could see the divine within themselves and everyone they met. But perfection is a heavy thing to hold, and eventually the wheel always turns. Now, the clock ticks down to the next Yuga, where it has 3 parts of the total time. Welcome to Treta Yuga, the Silver Age. It spans for 1,296,000 years, and this is where the first decline of humanity begins. Dharma loses its first leg. Now, it's balancing only on its 3 legs. Virtue drops to 75%. For the first time, humanity introduces the concept of property. People begin to look at Earth and say, "This is mine." Because goodness is no longer natural, humanity has to build a framework to protect it. This becomes the age of massive rituals and grand sweeping empires. This is the era of the famous Ramayana. We see Lord Rama, the ideal king, who is forced to make agonizing personal sacrifices just to uphold the code of honor that the rest of the world was starting to forget. The line between good and evil was still sharp, but you had to fight to keep the light alive. Now, the wheel turns again, dropping down to the next Yuga, where it has only 2 parts of the total cosmic time. The Dvapara Yuga, the Bronze Age, spanning for 864,000 years. Here, Dharma is limping on just 2 of its legs. The world is split exactly 50-50 between its virtue and evil. The black and white world of heroes and villains. Welcome to the world of grey morality. This is the era of another famous epic, the Mahabharata. You have a tragic civil war where cousins have to fight cousins. Great heroes like Bhishma, Drona, and men of honor are bound by ancient oaths to fight on the wrong side. This is absolute chaos, and Lord Krishna appears not as a weapon wielding warrior but as a master strategist. His message: in a world this broken, sometimes you have to bend the rules to save the truth. When the war ended and Krishna left his mortal body, the final pillar of the old world collapsed. And that brings us to the final Yuga, where it has only single part of the total cosmic time. Welcome to the Kali Yuga, the Iron Age, the shortest era of them all, lasting only 432,000 years. And Dharma, it's just currently hobbling on one lonely leg. Virtue is down to a mere 25%. Thousands of years ago, the ancient texts predicted this exact era with terrifying accuracy. They predicted that in the Kali Yuga, the leadership would be about just power, not service or sacrifice. Money would become the only true measure of worth, and the human mind would become entirely restless, anxious, and constantly distracted. Sound familiar? We are currently only about 5,000 years into this 432,000 years of darkness. But there is a secret loop in the mathematical system. The texts say because the background energy of this age is very heavy, the bar of doing good is incredibly low. In the Golden Age, you had to meditate for over thousands of years to find peace. But in Kali Yuga, a single genuine act of kindness, a moment of true selflessness, holds more cosmic weight than the entire lifetime of rituals in the ages that came before. So, how does the world end? The timeline tells us that when the darkness of this age becomes absolute, a final force will emerge, the Kalki Avatar. But his job is not just to destroy the world, his job is to reset it. The Kali Yuga will end. The cosmic wheel will complete its full 4.32 million year turn, and a brand new Satya Yuga will dawn. We are not standing at the end of history here. We are just passengers on a cosmic clock. The question is not whether we can stop the wheel from turning. The question is how are you going to play your part while it spins? If you like this video, please give a thumbs up, and if you want to see more contents like this in future, please do subscribe to Ask Mythology. Until then, thanks again. Thank you everyone. Thank you for your time. Bye bye.